Okay, welcome back. Wolf 190D here. Continuing the campaign and seeing how this battle is going to end. Our first battle in our Civil War campaign as the Confederates, and it's not looking too good, is it? I mean, I've come back from shaky situations before, but never with such vast differences in numbers. So let's continue and see how this is going to play out. I am going to grab Stuart though, and see if I can't run up here and flank his artillery before it. Nah, they're probably not going to get there in time. Yeah, we have a couple of units that are already breaking. And he's just pushing his massive troops across my lines here. It's the real drawback to trying to play as the Confederacy. You don't get numbers. And it looks like our boys are all just breaking. Jeb's not going to get the orders in time. They're going to come into cover of his... They're going to come into cover of his troops. And it looks like we're collapsing all the way across. We don't have good weapons. I mean, hey, it's the first battle. And it's part of what, at least as I'm thinking of it, it's part of what the advantage of having those arms agents really is. Because it gives you the option early on, if you need the weapons, you can get those Springfield muskets up and going. They're very cheap. They're very cheap, they're easy to produce, and they do have a quite a significant, actually, range bonus over the 42 Springfields. Yeah, these guys are they're collapsing. Our lines are just collapsing. Maybe I can sneak in over here and put a hurting on his artillery. There again, though, not terribly optimistic about it. And why were those guys just standing up there taking it in the sides? Come on, Jeb. Yep, they're breaking now. So, and this honestly, ouch. Yeah, some major mistakes were made on my part. So, sorry TJ, I let you down. I failed you, TJ. This is my error. Come on, Jeb. Let's see if they can't get into that artillery. Yep, Smith withdrawn. If I can at least wipe out this artillery brigade of his, I'll be a really happy camper. Hold it together just a little while longer, guys. Nope. Yeah. Alright. Sound the retreat. Limber him up, go double time. Try to save the guns. Artillery, very important stuff. Yeah. Oy. What a show. Yeah, that was a travesty. So well, learn from my mistakes, folks. That was ouch. That was painful. All right, let's get him on out of here. All right. Everybody withdraws. I lost one gun. He lost 5 guns, so I mean there is that. But overall, I lost about 500 men more than he did, and that's never a good thing. It's never a good thing when you're playing as the Confederacy, because hey, let's face it, the Yanks have numbers. I mean, I'm honestly surprised my guys held as long as I could. What could I have done different? Maybe pull back a little bit more. Maybe do a tactical withdrawal from that, from the get-go. That these are all, you know, in that case, probably would have been better to do a tactical withdrawal. But well, let's just say I wanted to learn that one the hard way. So anyway, yeah. Morale is stable. Battle at Harper's Ferry has ended with the army of the Shenandoah retreating from the battlefield in good order. My command has earned us a stinging defeat against a vastly superior enemy, being forced to give ground. And I guess you could say it's a stinging defeat, but at the same time, yeah, that would have been better to just withdraw. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to abandon this storage facility. It could be cost ineffective to do stuff like that, but let's go ahead and get these guys out of there. He had so many more troops than me. Man, that was crazy. It would have been better to do a tactical withdrawal, but that's okay. We're going to continue soldiering on, as it were. And there again, see, this is where the arms agents comes in handy, because I could invest either in Springfield rifles or legacy rifles. The legacy rifles gives you access to the Mississippi rifles and the Plains rifle. Both of these rifles actually have very good accuracy. I do like to make sharpshooter brigades with Mississippi rifles. Plains rifles wouldn't be bad either because they have the same range as the Springfield rifles, but much better accuracy. And if I can kind of show you what I mean by that. Mississippi rifle. Springfield rifle muskets got 400-yard range with mediocre accuracy, whereas the Plains rifle, same range, 400 yards, but very good accuracy. Though you do lose a little bit on the rate of fire. So those are matters of course. Which one do you go with? It really depends on your tactical preference and stuff. Now, I see some people standardizing their armies. I don't personally hold to that because, again, I like to have mixed tactic regiments. So, anyway, Army of the Shenandoah suffered a pretty bad defeat. We lost a lot more men than we should have. Now, that being said, when the battles are up, you can check on your disabled soldiers. You'll notice 368 sick and almost 1,000 of these guys are wounded. Now, the ambulance corps that we had selected for the Army of the Shenandoah, and actually it doesn't look like that's active right now, but oh, there it is. So the ambulance corps is going to help with healing the wounded and things like that and allow us to actually slip away a little bit more quickly. Though now the danger here is he going to keep just pushing on me? Could be a problem. It could be a very real problem. Hampton's division doesn't have enough to slow him down. So let's go ahead and hit play. Keep these guys going up through here. Major Union victory. I thought that was just a minor victory. Yeah. That wasn't cool. Well, let's see how that affects, because, you know, the start of the campaign's pretty important. Dang it, and I can't force march these guys, and they're going to get caught by another group, 23,000 men. Let's bring Hampton's division over here and see about maybe offering a little bit of support. 17,000 men versus 19,000 men. I could pull out of Alexandria, and that's the decision. Do I pull out of Alexandria and give them this, or do I leave them here and sort of try to reform these guys? I hope they get bogged down in the woods. My engineers aren't moving. Yeah, and we got to try to get these guys over to Manassas. Okay, see if we can't speed this up a little bit. Get out of there, boys. Okay. All right, they're going to let us withdraw. Man, that sucked. That sucked really bad. All right, let's get back here and lick our wounds. Now, there is something I do want to try here, because I've seen this in other ones. That's Engineer Corps number 2. Okay. All right, we're going to have to cede West Virginia to him, it looks like. Okay, he's got the Department of the Ohio running down over there. We got the Tennessee boys moving up over there. I'll tell you what. Let's thrust on into Cleveland. Let's go ahead and thrust this group on into Cleveland. We're still raiding away. So buildings damaged, buildings damaged. There we go. Pittsburgh. And those guys I will give probably partisan brigades to. But for the time being, let's try to reform here. Here's something I do want to try. I'm going to see if this actually works. And we're going to replace Johnston with, let's see here, who do we want? Pendleton, artillery. I want an artillery, specifically an artillery commander. So do I want Lawton or do I want Pendleton? Pendleton's got a good chance to, let me see here. I've got some captains. You got James Archer, who was, I'm not sure if he was an artillery commander specifically. Imboden, no, I know Imboden commanded artillery batteries for the South, or at least that's as I recall it. John P. McCown, Samuel French, Robert Garnett. He's all in the green too, so let's go ahead and assign Garnett. And we're going to put him in charge of our artillery. All right, now is it too early to do this or not? Let's see here, 4 12-pound Napoleons. All right, and that's going to open up some room here for more infantry, which I think is something I'm really going to want to do right now for the Army of the Shenandoah. So let's go ahead and do that. Some Alabama regiments. Alabama, good fighters. And who do we want to have in command of these Alabama boys? Field, no. Stewart, no. Pickett. I don't know. I almost want to leave Pickett for to put under Lee's command. Martin Smith might be nice. Engineer guys, they construct and overcome obstacles better, and they also they're better in siege warfare. Gardner, Sibley, Halls, Steele cavalryman, Tillman cavalryman, Buford. Jesus, there's too many cavalry commanders. And I mean, it's still early in the war too, so technically I could just throw a bunch of infantrymen. Let's see here. Buckner's out of Kentucky. Pendleton's an artilleryman. Withers. We'll put Withers in charge of the Alabama regiment, or brigade rather. And I don't have enough for another group of 2250, so I'm going to pull from Georgia. I don't know why, but my default for the Georgia is this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and recruit 2,250 men out of Georgia. And we'll put, Colquitt. He's politically assigned too, which is sometimes really nice to do just because it bumps, increases support in his home state. But he's apt to feuds. I don't know if that's a big deal or not, though I did turn feuds off, so there is that. Oh, man, 12,000 Springfield muskets. They're going quick, ain't they? And Maxie Gregg. And Smith actually was dishonored, I do believe. So I might want to look at replacing Franklin Kirby Smith. Or Edmund Kirby Smith. Eesh, my bad. Lawton. Let's go ahead and put Buckner in there. And then another group. Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina. Yeah, I haven't pulled enough men from North Carolina yet, I don't think. All right, let's pull some boys out of North Carolina. We'll give them gray on gray. And Smith, you've been disgraced. So Blanchard, some of the stats don't seem to matter so much early. But that being said, it does help to have good commanders. He's a North Carolinian, politically assigned North Carolinian. Edward Alexander. Well, I could put Armistead in charge over there. He's a volunteer and a veteran. And he's got, his fame, man, not so much. But let's go ahead and put him in there. 16 days. 24 days makes sense. 39 days out of Alabama. Good Lord. Okay. All right. So Engineer Corps number 1 under PGT Beauregard. All right. And then we're in range of a hospital too, which the hospital helps. And you can hover over this and see exactly what it does. Nearby hospitals reduce mortality by 160%. Does that mean nobody dies from their wounds? And increases the chance of recovery by 80%. All right, we got industrialization 2. So what was I thinking on doing here? I might want to increase government funding. It's only going to help with political policies, which will help to speed up railroad construction or research. But also Militia Act 2 is going to give me 2-year recruits, and it's going to increase our recruitment pool. I've done Military 1, which increases military funding overall. So let's go ahead with Militia Act number 2. Oh, government funding 1 is done. This is 23.7 days. So yeah, let's go ahead with that. All right. Now, what do we do here? Infrastructure reform is probably one of the more important baseline ones I like to do on industry. For a lot of reasons, it's going to improve the transport capacity of all the IIPs. So that's going to allow goods to flow a little bit better and more quickly. All right. But subsidize industry and it increases production capacity. Let's go with the infrastructure reform. And we do have our Confederate rifles now, which is really big. That's going to be very big. So we can produce the Fayetteville rifle muskets and the Richmond rifles. All right. Now, different schools of thought on this. Start small and work your way up. It's 182 days for that many of them. Or do I just put in a big order on the Fayettevilles? They cost a little bit more, though, I think, than the Richmond rifles. They have 541. Yeah, let's start off with lower production numbers on the Fayettevilles, even though I like them better because the Fayettevilles both of them have mediocre accuracy, but the Fayettevilles give you another 50 yards of range. And they're heavier. But their rate of fire is also higher. So there again, differing schools of thought. See, that's 12 million for 25,000 of those, and it would be 14 million for 25,000 of those. So let's go ahead and put an order in for 10,000 Fayetteville's. And these actually do ship incrementally over the course of that. So it's not like you have to wait the 258 days before you see any of these. Otherwise, it would be better to just build, 5,000 to start off with. Though I could build 5,000 of these to start off with and then work my way up from there. Though something actually tells me to just go ahead and shell out. Either way, I'm going to order 25,000 Richmond rifles, which is, it's a copy of the Springfield, the 55 Springfields. It's just a little better. Though not so much on the rate of fire, but you get an extra 50 yards of range, and extra range is very, very important, as you saw in that last battle. I'm pretty sure his army was equipped with Springfield rifle muskets, and most of my guys just had the 42 Springfield muskets, which hurt a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and shell out, and I'm going to order 25,000 of each to start off. Now, the thing about producing these, what's really nice, is the standardization increases. So as you produce these, the standardization goes up, meaning that they produce faster and cheaper over time. Oh, we also get the Richmond carbines, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and put an order in for 2,000 of these to better equip our cavalry. They're still muskets, so they're muzzle loaders. They're not breech loaders, so you'll notice the rate of fire is only 3 per minute here. As opposed to some of our other cavalry weapons like the Maynards, which get 12 rounds a minute. The Maynards are really nice, but they're, again, mixed weapons tactics, right? You can equip cavalry divisions with some of these musketoons or these carbines and use them for mounted infantry. And then, of course, save your breech loaders for more specialized cavalry, right? So anyway, we've got some more weapons on order. 24-pound howitzers actually are almost done with their production. They are actually they're the same price now as the 12-pound howitzers. Rate of fire is not as great, but the range is about 300 yards more. Well, 250 yards more. So not great, but also it's a 24-pound howitzer. It does more damage. So hopefully, hopefully it's not too bad a loss having to bail out of West Virginia, but we'll see. All right. Meanwhile, we've got the Army of the Northwest running up through here, torching businesses and such, which, why can't I select any of that? Doesn't look like they really caused any damage, did they? All right, so what's he gonna do becomes the question. Okay, so engineer corps. I'm going to go ahead and bump them with, let me see here. Well, engineers and mechanics would be nice for this. That way they just build things faster. Though, and this is another one that I really like to do with these. Where did it go? Ah, yes, the siege train. Put a siege train on it, and they're much better at laying siege. So I think I'm going to do that with him. And maybe run these guys down to Fort Monroe and see about taking that. Oy, oy, oy. That was a heartbreak. Sort of, but not really. So he's got 19,000 men in there. Now how about, think these guys are ready to get back into the fight? They're just like, Commander, are you kidding me? We just got our rear ends handed to us. Mississippi rifles, okay. Speed things up a little bit. How are things going on the... Uh-oh. Now we got problems. I'm not sure, but I think the AI learns certain things. What I want to know is how he got on a ship and got past my fleet that was blockading up here. Maybe blockading isn't the right, oh, they weren't doing anything. Fleet operates opportunistically against smaller detachments of ships within enemy blockading fleets. Let's put them on blockade. All right. It's not exactly 2-to-1 odds, but if we're not on the defensive again, this is going to be another rough one. No, let's do a tactical retreat this time. Okay. He's not going to let me run away, is he? And I've only got 4 guns. Yeah, this is not it's not good. And of course, he's just going to, oh my god. I done committed my armies in a really bad way. I think I'm really screwing up here. Come on, man. Oh man, this is not good. This is definitely not good. Come on, guys, get out of there. All right, forget it. We're gonna take them on a forced march. Get out of there, fellas. Okay. Licking our bleeding wounds. Now he's got 20,000 men. He went from 19 to 20 without any kind of update. Okay. This is going to be another problem. He's got 27,000 men. Where it would be nice. 27,000 frickin' men. What am I supposed to do with that? Ooh. And see, as you can see, I've already got 295 muskets having been delivered. So, yeah, we got problems. While I'm busy running around raiding him, he's destroying everything of mine. Let's go ahead and abandon that. Okay, in the Department of the Ohio, they're going to run into trouble over here. Okay. He's got no men there, though. Let's set you guys to scout. And we're going to come back down to this spot. Okay. Get it going, fellas. Harper's Ferry News Agency. But it's not mine anymore. Eesh. You're welcome, Yanks. Okay, 31 days, 17 days, 8 days. And we're going to try this. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, we've got new projects. We could suppress the population, but I don't think that's really a problem. Oh, wait. Any hostile population in conquered states and territories. Reduce enemy support in conquered states that have not changed sides. Alright, so there's an experiment for us. Gay Street Bridge Market, which is going to improve the revenues on these IIPs and hopefully make Knoxville a little bit more wealthy. Which reminds me, did I put in a market down here in Mobile? Yes, we did. But the problem is it's not affecting the Mobile port. Super. Isn't that just great? Placement. Placement's a lot of everything. Okay, so we got the Wilmington port. The market's improved by 24.7%. Boo. Okay, and then he's got all of this blockading me over here. Hey. Naval engagements against the Union. Good luck with that, right? Okay, they got back to Tennessee. Okay, all right. We're gonna dig in and try to hold here for the time being. Now the general hope is as those new weapons come in, we filter them into these two armies over here. Okay, where is he gonna go with that? My God. Alright. I almost want to take Jackson. Not yet, though, because he's got... that's too many men. Should I take Lee's army and go at him that way? I'm going to see if I can't replace him with Pickett. Now, where was Pickett? Ah, there he is. I got Ewell, I got Hill, and I got Jubal early. B. Theophilus Holmes. Yeah, let's go ahead and replace him with Pickett. Good old George Pickett. And then we got Jones. Jones is on his way up, it looks like. William H.T. Walker, Loring, and Kemper. Okay. They got Maynard carbines. Okay. Army of the Shenandoah, Jackson. Stewart's got Merrill carbines, which honestly aren't as good as the Maynards, but I don't have enough Maynards to put on them. I got Springfield Musketoons, but which reminds me, Okay, he's got Springfield Musketoons, Western Army. I think. Do they have Springfield Musketoons? Yes, they do. Okay. Richmond Carbines. We got that many of them. All right. So we've got some quasi decent cavalry weapons. Okay. 27,000 freaking men. What am I going to do with that? Okay. Let's see here. Army of the Shenandoah. Maybe that's what I'll do. Is I'll shift. Yeah, let's go ahead and put Jackson. I'm going to move Jackson over here. Okay. And then we'll shift Lee over to that side. Now, 20,000 against 23,000, I feel a whole lot better about. And we'll go ahead and give him siege train as well. All right, now, what do we got? We'll leave these guys with mixed muskets for now. Engineer Corps. Lee. And James. And then we got 12 pounders and 24 pounders. Okay. Okay, he's back over here. So we did towards the bank. We did wreck his production facilities. That's going to hurt him. How much? Great. Now he's got 6,000 men there. Okay, so Army of the Northwest. Porterfield, Commander Johnston. Johnston's a better commander. Well, let's go ahead and put Johnston in charge of these guys. T.H. Holmes, Sibley, Gladden. I kind of like to reserve Gladden for elsewhere. Lawton, Clayton. Let's put Clayton there. And we got Smith. And we got Frank Huger. Okay. And they really have garbage weaponry, don't they? Oh man, I forgot. Gratio, Rosie, Cooper, Mosby Parsons out of Missouri, Nicholas B. Pierce out of Arkansas, McIntosh. Let's put Parsons there. And Porterfield, I'm going to go ahead and replace you with Johnston. Johnston's a better commander. Okay. Can I mix these? Yes, I can. Okay. All right. Let's take some boys out. Missouri. Don't want to take 1,500 out of Missouri, or would that eat up? Let's take 1,500 out. I'll tell you what. We'll take 1,500 out of Alabama. All right. Recruit. And who to put in charge? Blanchard? Field. I don't have much in the way of, I'm not real deep on officers right now, am I? Stewart, Whiting. Buford, Tillman, Steele. Put Canty in charge of them. And in a big group, where do we want to take big group from? Missouri, Virginia. We'll draw from Virginia here as well. Okay. And oh my goodness. I think I had it in my mind to use, yes, Martin Smith. Why not? He's an engineer. Chambliss with mixed cavalry weapons. Ew. Okay. 28 days and 12 days. Well, it is what it is, I guess. And let's get a couple of artillery brigades out of Tennessee. Yes. Parsons, Tennessee once again. And I'll leave them with those 10-pounders, or not 10-pounders, 6-pounders. Who do I want to command my artillery down here? Field, no. Stewart, no. Whiting, no. McCown. Sibley, no. Sibley's cavalry. Let's go ahead and use McCown. And Ledbetter, Gardner, Sibley. Wait a minute, what about Lawton? Where did Lawton go? French? Yeah, we'll assign French to that. All right, so we got a couple of 6-pounders for these guys. That's going to bring their numbers up to 7,500, which is kind of trash. I could give these guys those plains rifles, but I think I'm just going to try to get Smith into one of these other ones and then reform another division. And we got Chambliss cavalry. All right. They're a moderately flexible force. But there again, what's he gonna do? He's got 2 armies over there now. Good frickin' grief. And if I pull them, I almost want to take this engineer corps and go take that fort. But I kind of need the troops up here right now, too. Tell you what, let's go ahead and open up another one. We're going to put Artillery Boy. Pendleton would be really good, actually. Pendleton's battery. Sign. It looks like I got Pelham here. Which Pelham actually is more famous than Pendleton. So what's that going to do to him? Let's put let's do this real quick. I'm gonna replace Pelham. If it'll let me, it's not going to let me. All right. Well, we'll roll with this until. Well, let's see if we can't do it this other way then. I could put Shoop there for a second. John Pelham. Let's go ahead and put John Pelham in charge. Yes. And then replace him with nobody. All right. Why not? It might behoove me. There's 12 pounders. They shoot 1,600 yards, and they've almost got 3 rounds a minute. But I'll leave that like that. So I got some Parrott rifles there, which the Parrott rifles are nice. And then I'll put Rosser with your howitzers down behind. Okay, all right. We're starting to form up a little bit. Though there again, he's got. Oh my goodness. 30. He's got 42,000 men sitting right there. Okay, more on perks. So the cartographers are going to expand. Better map making and stuff like that. Expert scouts are nice because if you max out expert scouts, your cavalry no longer suffers a penalty from functioning detached. So it makes your cavalry a little bit more flexible, perhaps. Bushwhackers is nice for guerrilla warfare. So those guys I'm sending on raids. However, raiding support hit is 10%, so it hurts you more. If you choose partisan brigades, it hurts them more. The morale hit. So those are things to consider. The Bureau of Military Information, I'm not sure what this does when it maxes out. It might be actually really nice. The cartographers, I forget offhand too what that does, but I know the expert scouts allow your cavalry to function basically independently of the main army of the body. They don't suffer a detachment penalty, which is actually kind of nice. I'm going to go with the Bureau of Military Information now. Because again, these guys, they're not going to be a frontline force. So ambulance corps, not really necessary. Flying column, maybe nice for these guys because again, movement speed is going to be faster and their supplies are 50% more. But I'm going to go ahead with the Bureau of Military Intelligence because again, these guys are kind of playing support and I want to improve their ability to gather information on enemy movements and whatnot. Let's check our finances real quick. Military funding is at 12.5. Industry is at 25 million, which is kind of a lot actually. So let's bump this back to high, and we'll just say 20 million to industry, which is still more than anything else that we've got. So yeah. Do I want this on auto manage? Let's check our railroad situation here. We just spent money on improved infrastructure. Wow, that would be a really profitable railroad. Now this is important to actually make a note of because if you max out the subsidy funding, then you can build it without any additional cost. And it's 4.2 million. If I were to build it right now, it would be an additional 21 million. So yes, it is better to wait until your subsidy pools fill up if you're going to work on railroads. Now you will note, this one builds pretty quick. Actually, no, it doesn't. The Houston Shreveport's the fastest one that I have right now. but it's also an additional revenue of 21 million, whereas the Little Rock Dallas takes a little longer to build, but look at the profits. And it's only two. It's only two stations, and you can click on these actually to see where they connect, right? So Dallas to Little Rock, all the way up here. That's going to be the rail line, and this would actually greatly improve supply transference up into the Western Army here out of Texas. So might consider that. I might consider that. Though, well, it could just kind of be a waste of time. I mean, it's how long? It's 258 days, so it's almost a year actually. Finances, I've got 7.1 million in the bank, so yeah, no. Which means actually I might want to actually leave industry maxed out right now. More money flowing into that. Oh my goodness. He's got another army on top of that one, and this one is growing to 24,000 men. My gentle Jesus. All right, Zollicoffer. Let's see. I'm going to put Lawton in charge of these guys, actually. So let's put Lawton over here. We'll put Stewart in there. We'll put Long in there. And Ripley. All right, we've got those three guys. And then what I'm going to want to do is, if I have the troop capacity, which I kind of don't. Not kind of don't. I don't have any more troops. Oh boy, the Army of Tennessee is going to be in for a little bit of a fight, isn't it? It's almost 2-1, but I think there's better defensive positions here. So we're going to dig these guys in. All right. Now, is there anywhere I can strike from here? I could run over to Columbus, Ohio, but their readiness is for crap right now. 20,000 men. It's not looking real good right now, is it? My armies are all spread out. Let's take this engineer corps, and we're gonna move them into a position to support the Army of the Potomac. All right, go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and advance it. Now I'm curious. If I were to move the Hampton Division up into Frederick, yeah, let's move them up into Frederick and see if we can't draw them off. Uh-oh. Okay, well, no, we'll do that. There we go. Yeah, we'll put them up there. I'll have to see about doing some kind of a tactical retreat, though which way is the question. Okay, let's go take Winchester back. Okay. I should have put one of them guys on engineering to start off. Get out of there. Movement orders. Let's get him a forced march. Okay. Oh, shoot. Mm-hmm. Forced march, boys. Alright. Not enough time. Alright, so the AI is being a lot better about movement than I'm used to. Did I bump their aggressiveness up a little bit on this one? Let's just get out of there, boys. We're getting out of here. Okay. Let's take Winchester back. He's across the river right now, so I've got an opportunity to really hammer his army. Move it time. No, let's just go ahead and move both of these army divisions. We'll move them at him. Okay, so Stonewall's up to 13,000 men now. This is an opportunity. Watch, he'll get reinforcements from across the river. I never get that. I don't know how it works or why, but it doesn't. Yeah, see, he's going to get reinforcements from across the river. That's a bunch of bunk. That's kind of crap. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. I don't get reinforcements across the river. Come on. Stop. 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 Don't go up there. Don't go up there. Okay, Winchester's ours again. Let's get back up here. Now I got to keep an eye out for that other army of his that's floating around somewhere back here. Oh my goodness. Things are about to get pretty darn hairy, aren't they? See what our stock and weapons is looking like. We got 1,200 of each. Okay. Okay. That was the right thing to do, I guess, is go up there and pull his armies out of the Shenandoah Valley. Okay. Are you guys done yet? Can we move you back up here? Okay. Okay. So we're back onto Harper's Ferry. My real concern right now is that big damn army that he's got down there. Where did my fleet go? Where did that where did the New Orleans go? Oh my god, they're all up there. Okay. I'm gonna bring them down here. I think ships can cover wide river crossings like that, I think. All right, let me go ahead and pause this real quick. What are we at? All right, so that's it for today. Till next time, y'all take care. And, well, I don't need to keep sounding like a broken record with that. So, anyway, thanks for stopping by today, guys. And until next time, history buffs, history nerds, people who wish to change history, we'll see you.